take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, yeah, this the winning team.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Shields. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. They keep on the ground with Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 94 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
27-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it.
He was taken down behind.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but now it'll be third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Catch made by Slayton. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
49-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Operating from the gun. Shields throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Peppers on the coverage.
Throwing again. Shields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's third down.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And who's got it? The Giants.
Shields pass. A fumble on the
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
gain of 9. Brings up
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
at the 33-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 3, Giants nothing.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5.
Complete.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
That ties the game at 3-3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
56, the mark for 56.
Elliott. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw. Shields. And the ball is knocked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw here on 1st down. A quick pass to Kupp. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. This is Barkley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
He'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's bound the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it is up.
His kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Shields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New York set to take the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
2nd and 6. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Come on now, let's go. Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Roughing the passer, defense.
What you talking about, Rabbo? I don't want to see what's said with
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
51 the mic, boys, 51. Check.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 8 yards there on a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
For a Giants first down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. 28-23 was your final. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Jordan Howard, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got a man, Slayton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Mike 51. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 51.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
15-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good. Makes the score Giants 20, Cowboys 3.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Receiving team.
Get out of here, man!
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Shields. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Shields throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Shields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
A handoff to Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Shields. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On 1st down, Shields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Casey Hayward. The first down pass.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Staying on his feet. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Justin Rohrwasser.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And a Cowboy first down.
On 1st and 10, Shields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Boy, how good has his defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. A throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Tackle by Jordan Elliott.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Again, it's Barkley fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The 35-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now
a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Shields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Shields. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Shields throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Casey Hayward on the
To throw again. Shields under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
quarterback sacked. A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Cowboys 6.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
New York ready to go again offensively. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Right there, 54. Go. All day, baby, all day.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop. A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
By Jalen Smith. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3